So, for one of the first times in forever, the judges in mixed martial arts have actually got like I'd say, somewhat controversial decision completely correct. Uh, AJ McKee definitely just beat Sidney Outlaw. This isn't a wrestling match. People need to realize it's not a wrestling match. You're not doing damage by just laying on top of someone, hard breathing. That isn't doing damage to your opponent. Damage is the number one scoring criteria. The fight is determined on who does the most damage. And in that fight, AJ McKee did the most damage in all those rounds. He cut up Sidney Outlaw. He beat the shit out of him on the ground. Rocked him in the third round as well. Like, you can't just sit on top of someone and think you're going to get a win now. This isn't 2005. That's not how you win fights in mixed martial arts anymore. There is a scoring criteria, which damage is the number one scoring criteria. So I was really glad that the judges actually all got this right. Uh, I don't know if 30-27, I thought the first round probably should have gone to uh, Sidney Outlaw, but I wasn't too upset about it. At the same time, what did Sidney Outlaw do on the ground? He fucking didn't do anything. Got cut up, got rocked. I thought AJ McKee won, but I thought the first round maybe could have gone to Outlaw. But I'm just glad that when I heard 30-27, I was like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. They're gonna give that 30-27 to Sidney Outlaw. So I was really glad they did get that fight right. Like, I was generally worried. I was like, oh fuck, they're gonna see that he was on top for like 11 minutes of that fight and say, yeah, he's the winner. But thank God AJ McKee got that cut. If he didn't cut him in that fight, they might have actually gave that to Sidney Outlaw, but because he was causing so much damage with them elbows off his back, it was undeniable that he won. Like, he was clearly doing so much more damage. Like, really just shows that Sidney Outlaw, man, fucking Jesus Christ, dude. You're on top of someone for 11 minutes and you can't cause even the littlest bit of damage, but the guy you're sitting on top of for 11 minutes has fucking busted you up, rocked you off his back. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Not a good look at all for Sidney Outlaw, if I'm being honest with you. This guy's getting fucking rocked and fucking cut up with everything. And AJ McKee, he's got this man fucking dry, high breathing, deep breathing on fucking top of him for 11 minutes. I'm sure it was a very romantic moment for these two. Sidney Outlaw was on top of him for a very, very fucking long time. He probably heard all different sorts of noises coming from Sidney Outlaw while he was on top that, not even some women probably hear from Sidney Outlaw. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe these two are going to be very close after this. Some, I don't know, seemed very romantic what Sidney Outlaw was going for, but I don't think AJ McKee was too interested in him in that way. I think he just wants to remain friends. But still, decent fight, like, considering the circumstances. For a fight that had Sidney Outlaw just using 11 minutes to control, AJ McKee really did, like, make that entertaining with his work off his back, beating him up, damaging him, cutting him up. It was a bloodbath in that fight. Like, it was generally a bloodbath, and it was literally just AJ McKee off his back, elbowing the shit out of him. Fucking crazy to see, man. Fucking insane, but really good performance from AJ McKee. Obviously, I didn't like that he went for that fucking gilly in that first round or whatever submission he was trying to go for. That's what got him taken down. Like, also didn't like that he shot a takedown in the third. I understood it, but I feel like he probably could have got Sidney Outlaw out of there on the feet. I don't know why he made that fight harder than he did, but I'm glad the judges didn't fuck him over there. He clearly won. So, rare judges W. Like, that is a rare win for the judges. Normally, they will go and just say, "Well, he was laying on top. Give it to him." Like, that was an underrated performance by the judges. I mean, I know I shouldn't be fucking dick riding the judges so much for getting a decision right, but I don't know. Just the fact they actually got a scoring criteria, like, got a fight with the scoring criteria right, really makes me fucking happy for once. They should be getting that right every single time. It's only their fucking job to get that, but You know, I'm not gonna be a fucking. I'm not gonna cry and say stuff about it. I'm gonna fucking congratulate them. They finally did their job properly, but I shouldn't have to be so like, oh my god, they actually did their job correctly. I shouldn't be this happy, but I don't know. We see a lot of shitty decisions, so yeah, that just like I say, that just speaks to how many shitty decisions we see. But still, respect for both men, respect to AJ McKee especially. A lot of guys would have just quit. They would have just laid there and not done anything. I'm glad he did go for some offense. That and this is an example for people. If someone takes you down and you can't get back up, you can still fucking do some damage off your back. You can still go for elbows. You can still go for punches. You can still try and damage them. You know, just because you're on your back doesn't mean you have to quit and lay on your back. You know, you can try and damage them as much as you want. You know, it's always worth trying to get some damage off your back. It's better than not trying anything. You know, you open a cut, you cut them bad enough off your back. Who knows? You could get a doctor stoppage, or you could cut them so badly that maybe they're from the blood loss and everything. They might gas out a little bit. It might affect them their vision or something. It might get a bit blurry from blood loss, and then you can go in there and you can sleep them. You know, you never know. Anything can happen. So yeah, I liked AJ McKee's approach here. I'm glad he got the victory. He definitely earned that victory. That was his win. If anyone's crying robbery, they don't fucking know jack shit about the scoring criteria. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.